Hi, and welcome to an episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter. For today, did I make a mistake? We're about to find out. But before we do that, remember, hit that subscribe button down below. Go ahead and move that mouse right over there. Yeah, right there. Go ahead, hit that little red button, hit that subscribe button, and right next to it is that all button. Ring that bell so you know when I got another episode coming. And also just go right up here somewhere. Yeah, whatever it is. Anyways, hit that share button. Share it with your family and friends and your worst enemy. And hit that thumbs up button over there so the algorithm can do whatever it does. And also make sure you leave me a comment. So, I made a call to ATN. Asking about my rangefinder, and they said it might be hitting. I told them basically I'm set it up at 60 yards, well 62, and when I came in closer, it said unable to obtain range. So, and I said, why would it do that? I shouldn't be doing that. And so it might be hitting somewhere else. So I'm like, okay. Maybe it is. Maybe because of my way I had my target set up, maybe it was doing that. And then, so that's just the conversation in a little nutshell. So I'm like, okay, let me try and recite it, the rangefinder. So. After I got off the phone with him, I'm sitting here looking at him, going, how? I had it, at 60 yards. My 60 yards was pretty good. My 40 yard or whatever, let's see, what was it? My 41 to 49 yard was kind of a bit off. But things were kind of off. All right, so after I got the phone with him, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at my scope. Now, can you see what I'm looking at? Now my rail here is flat. The angle and everything is good. It's flat. But look right here. Does that look like it's going down at an angle to you? Because it sure does to me. It may not be that, the camera may not be able to pick it up that much, but yeah, it's going down. I'm like, why? So I sat here, and I thought, and I looked. And I'm like, wait a minute. At 20 yards, I maxed out. 30 yards, I maxed out. So I was shooting high at those ranges. So I kept looking, trying to figure it out. Well, I think my mistake was I put this quick detach on backwards. As you notice, this end's higher than this end. Again, you may not be able to tell on the camera shot, but I think it is. So let's find out. So we'll go over here and we'll take a look at the level on this one over here. Okay, I realize this isn't the best shot, but let me get my glasses again and focus it here for you a little bit. That looks a little bit better, but you notice that my level is down, not where it's supposed to be. It should be in the center, and my level off here might be off just a tad. I'm not worried about that really, but this is my concern right here. So So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it around and see if that solves the problem. So I'm not going to do it on camera. You guys know, you guys can figure it out for yourself on that. So I'm going to take a couple minutes here. I'm going to flip it around and let's see if we can make it better. Okay, so what I did is I swapped my quick disconnect around, and if you notice, my bubble is still back, but I'm level. Okay, I'll get to that here in just a moment, but everything is lining up just perfectly right now. So let's go back over to the other side and finish this up. Okay, so I made a phone call to 10 Point because this was not level. I thought it should be level. And they told me, no, this did a slight slant. Because everything I tried kept everything wanting to slant forward. So I did a process of elimination. This was level. All the brackets I tried were level. Tabletop. So then I figured it boiled down to that the rail was slanted forward. So when I called 10 Point, they go, yes, in fact, it is slightly forward a little bit. So I'm like, okay. So I went ahead and put the quick connect on here. Put it back on. We did my rangefinder, made sure it was level. So everything is still slightly forward, but I don't think as bad as it was before. Maybe a smidget better. So we will be taking this out again, hopefully tonight, depending on the weather. We've been having a lot of thunderstorms in the area and some flooding, but not here, up in the mountains. It's been doing pretty nasty up there. So we'll take that out tonight and see what happens. So we'll start probably at 20 yards because I'm hoping hopefully I don't max out at 20 yards. Find out. So until then, see you out there tonight. Hi, and welcome back. Okay, so this is like day 2, I guess you'd call it, because I couldn't get out the other day because of the weather. We've been having some, like I said, some thunderstorms in the area, some rain off and on, and yeah, it's just been kind of ugly. Beautiful but ugly, so I can't get out and shoot. So just to recap, real quickly, I turned my quick disconnect around. It was on, this was like over here, so I changed that around a little bit, which changed my focal length for looking into the Crossbow scope. And then I readjusted a little bit on my rangefinder, which I'm not going to be using till later on, until I get it set, because I'm going to move back in 10-yard increments as I'm checking everything, make sure everything is good. I'm sure I'm going to make some little bit of adjustments. How much am I going to get done today? I don't know. Right now it's really not that bad. It's kind of cool right now, but it will get awfully hot out here really quick. So right now I'm at 20 yards. I'm going to start at 20 yards, and I'm not going to show you every shot. I'll just give you a recap after every round of how we're going, and I'll let you know when we move back as we go. So I'm pretty excited to get back out here again. Again, we're not no big of a hurry because I don't have my deer tag, so I'm just setting things up for my turkey hunt. So that said, how about we start doing some shooting? Okay, so I was aiming here on my first shot, and it shot up here, 9.5 inches high. I did my zeroing, and it maxed out. Again, it maxed out. So I shot, so my second shot again, I'm aiming here, and it's here, 5.5 inches high. So my third shot, I was aiming down here towards the bottom of the target, and you can see just a little bit low. So I have to figure out exactly where to get my target here. So we're going to move back to 30 yards and see what we can do there. Okay, so back here at 30 yards, and we'll see. We maxed out at 20 yards. If my guess is right, we're going to max out at 30 yards. I'm actually at 35.5 yards according to my rangefinder, so I'm setting it at 31 yards. Just to give, I don't know, leeway, because you can't go halves on this, on the rangefinder on the scope, or the settings on the scope. So let's see what we can do now. Okay, so we're still maxed out at the 30 yards. So this arrow right here was shot number 1. I was aiming here, or about 2.5 inches high. Shot number 2, which is this one, I was aiming right about, I don't know how well you can see it, there's a white circle in between the two blues. I was shooting here, and it still was a little high. This one here, shot number 3, I was aiming down at the bottom of the target and hit a bullseye. Okay, so now we're going to move back to 40 and check it at 40. Okay, like I said, we're going to move back to 40 yards. Probably some adjustments here. We'll have to wait and see. I really doubt it, but I'm actually, let's see, 40.5, so I'm going to have to adjust my range here to 40. I'll change it to 41, just because. Alrighty, so let's do some more shooting. Okay, so these are done at 40 yards. This right here is shot number 1, which was a little bit low, so I just made a slight adjustment. Okay. Shot number 2 was a little high, but I think that was me, so I didn't make any adjustments. Shot number 3, or just a little bit to the left, but I'm okay with that. It's just a half inch or so, but we're still in the bullseye. Shot number 5, no, I'm sorry, number 4, again, I think that was me here. It shot a little high. Shot number, this should be number 5. Off to the right just a little bit, but still pretty good. And 6 and 7, you can see there's a little high here, out to the left. But again, these are all kill shots. So that's pretty doggone good. And I've only made one adjustment, and that was right here. And then I screwed it up here. So I would say right now we're doing pretty doggone good. So let's move back to 50. Okay, so now we're back at 50 yards. One thing I did differently here is I'm using my zoom. So I got it zoomed all the way in. We're at 20, 30, and 40. I did not have it zoomed. So I got it zoomed now, and we'll see how we do. Let's do some shooting. Okay, so this is at 50 yards. Shot number 1. Let's see here. I think it was. Yeah, this was shot number 1. I was shooting here. Was very low. Okay. So I made an adjustment. This will be shot number 2. Still a little high. That's a little high. Shot number 3.
was a little low, so I'm making adjustments here. This is shot number 4. Still off to the left a little bit, but we're all doing okay. 5 was off. So I made another adjustment to shot 6. Doing better. Still a kill shot. 7 was off to the left a little bit. I mean to the right. And 8 is about an inch off, maybe 3/4 of an inch off. So I'm good with that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move back to 60 yards. But I'm going to wait till tonight. It's getting a little warm out here. I'm losing my shade that I had because I was just shooting in half shade, half sun. So I'm going to do, so tonight, weather depending, I'm going to come out and shoot at 60 yards. And then I'm going to see if I can laser my target to where we're good. So until tonight, stick around. Hi, welcome back to day 3 of checking my crossbow scope here for the ATN X-Sight 2 4K Pro. I'm still working on just kind of sighting it in, I guess you could say. Checking everything I remember. I changed my quick disconnect. I flipped it around a little bit, hoping things would change a little bit. Nothing's really changed, except now that I'm having making just small adjustments. But day 3, I think it's like day 6 I've been out, or tried to. I've had rain. I've had some family things to go do. Winds, just been terrible. Not terrible, but just haven't been able to get out like I want to. Right now it's beautiful morning out here. I'm sitting here in the shade. Hopefully you can see me. So, alrighty. So let's do some shooting. Okay, so here's my set here. This was shot number 1 right here, but I was aiming for right here. So almost in the bullseye here, but way low. It is actually 12 inches low. So I made my adjustment. Shot number 2, slightly high. Shot number 3, a little bit low and to the left. Shot number 4, a little bit high and to the right. Shot number 5, a little bit high and to the right. Number 6, a little low and to the left. And number 7 is off to the left just a little bit. So I'm just making some minute adjustments as I go. So we're getting there, and that's all we want. We want to get right in there. So let's go shoot another set. Okay, we're looking pretty doggone good here. So we have 6 shots and 5.5 kills. So shot number 1, just to the left of the X, or to the right of the X. Shot number 2, that was me. I pulled it, so I went a little high. Shot number 3, took out the X. Shot number 4, just a little bit high, but it's still a kill shot. The same with shot number 5, just a tad high, and number 6 just off to the right just a little bit. So I would say that's pretty doggone good. So let's go wrap this thing up. Okay, so let's wrap this up. So the question at the start of this video was, did I make a mistake? Well, no, I did not make a mistake. I thought I did, but I didn't. So it doesn't make any difference which side or how you mount your scope. But you got to remember eye relief. Okay, so you get a good view of your viewfinder. One thing I do need to do, figure out, is I got to get me a cheek piece. I need to raise up my cheek a little bit to get even with the scope. So if you have any suggestions on cheek pieces, let me know.
let me know. Hit me on the comments or shoot me an email at utahcrossbowhunter@icloud.com. Okay, so the next thing I got to do is I'm going to reset my rangefinder, because I don't know if I told you or not, this set right here was shot at 62 yards. Okay, so according to my Nikon CoolShot here, it says 62 yards. So hopefully, weather permitting, I can get out here tonight and check on my rangefinder, and depending on the light and stuff, I might record it. I don't know. It's just going to depend on my light, because I have no lights to bring out. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. We'll give it a shot maybe. But yeah, I think we got some kill shots, definitely, at 62 yards. So after I do my range finding, or set my rangefinder in, we'll set out the bags at certain yardages and we'll test the rangefinder again. So hopefully we don't have mistakes like we did last time, or errors. So just remember that these videos are dedicated to my son. Hit that subscribe button down below. Over here. Yeah. Hit that thumbs up while you're at it. Hit that all button notification so you know when I have a new video coming out. Share these videos and make comments. We greatly appreciate it when you guys do. So with that said, remember, family first. Take care of your family. By all means, get out there and hunt. And see you on the next episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter.